Our next story starts on your phone screen. Ukraine has sent a formal request to YouTube and Spotify. Tweak the algorithms. Show less Russian language content to users in Ukraine. The language ombudsman did not mince words. Russian music and shows are not just entertainment. They are soft power. They shape minds. And that is Kiev's line. Let's go deeper. This request by Ukraine has revealed an awkward truth the censors never enjoy saying out loud. People in Ukraine actually like the content in Russian language. Just imagine that if nobody watched Russian language dramas or listened to Russian music, you would not need to touch the algorithm. The audience would do the job for you. But the panic in Kiev shows the love for Russian language, Russian content in Ukraine is rising, is insane. Since 2014, Kiev regime has taken upon itself to push Russian language out of public life and out of daily habit. Change school books, you change road signs, change TV and radio rules, and now change the feed. But if habits did not shift after a decade, flipping a switch in California won't change hearts in Kiev, Kharkiv, or Odessa. That is why this feels less like culture policy and more like panic. When you fail to win a debate, you move the goalposts. And when you can't move the goalposts, you move the algorithm. And here comes the slippery part. It could be the beginning of something really dark. Today, Kiev is asking YouTube and Spotify to not show Russian language content in Ukraine. Tomorrow, they might go after any content that shows Russia's side of the story. First inside Ukraine, and then outside Ukraine, and then, conveniently, anywhere a government label can reach. These are private platforms, Spotify and YouTube, with global rules. Sure, but they have bent before. That is the real question today, not just what Kiev wants, or what YouTube and Spotify will do now. Do they defend user choice and a neutral baseline? Or do they support a government's political filter and call it safety? If names like Sebastian Sas, maybe Emil Cosman, they are labeled state enemies tomorrow. Just imagine that. Is the next step a mass shadow ban while the press release talks about integrity? We have seen that movie. The words are always soft, harm, misleading, context, but the button is always hard. Downrank, demonetize, disappear. Let's keep this principle simple. Algorithms should serve the user, not the cabinet. Culture is not a faucet you close at the border. It leaks. It flows, it finds the language people dream in. So here is the verdict, as clean as it gets. Kiev can make its request. That is politics. YouTube and Spotify should say no. That is principle. Let users choose, let creators speak, let the algorithm reflect the audience, not the order of the day, because once you train a feed to obey a ministry, it does not stop at one country or one language. It keeps learning the wrong lesson. And one morning you will open your app and find a perfectly tidy world, quiet, polished, and missing half the truth. That is not safety, that is silence. Thank you very much for your support, for joining today. Take care, goodbye. You're watching GNF.